Creating a prompt with an LLM. It is better to be long-winded to make the point sufficiently clear to the agent. Here's an example. When will it rain? Versus, will it be raining this upcoming weekend in Niagara's Fall? See the difference? Specificity, on the other hand, is more about requesting context. Tell the agent as much information as it needs to know in order to answer that question. Here's an example of that. Generate 10 ideas for an AI campaign versus generate a list of 10 ideas for an AI campaign. Pitch each idea with a slogan, target audience, and a timeline of execution. All of these ideas should relate to agents. Here are a few other guidelines that can improve your prompting skills. First thing that you're going to do is assign a role to the model. For that reason, whichever one you want, ChatGPT or Claude, it needs to understand who they are in this context. So give them a persona of a technical writer that knows how to build agents or a software engineer. It's important that the model has a persona, so that way the responses, engagement, and interactions can all be contextually appropriate. In this case, I'm gonna just write, you're a technical writer with the knowledge on how to build agents, right? The second one is gonna be about clearly stating the requirements. So take the earlier part of the video where I'm basically breaking down what it needs to have in order to write a good system instructions. And that means like, the error handling, the personas, the sub goals, the step-by-step, and just put that as the second part. Remember, this is a collaboration. So if you know how to make a good one, they need to know how to make a good one, right? Okay, here you go. Now the third one is gonna be providing an example. The great thing about this is that if you go into your retool space, I'm gonna go to mine, and then you click into Agents tab. In the top right corner, it's going to say plus agent. You click in there, there's a bunch of examples that you can use. They're templates that are of successful working agents. In my case, I'm going to take the meeting prep. I'm going to create. And I'm just literally going to copy these instructions. You can use either one of these, right? And I'm going to go in here and say, here is an example of a working agent in Retool. Okay? I pasted it in. Okay, fourth one, you gotta format and break down the task. So the same way that we're able to read with spaces and not all have it all together, it is also important to have all these separations so the LLM has an easier time reading all this. Makes it easier for you, makes it easier for them, and it's less prone to errors because you have to go back and actually check your work and see where some mishap might have happened. That way it makes it easier for you to keep improving the next prompts. It's not just going to be perfect from the get-go. The fifth one, set the tone and tell this audience. So this is really important because you gotta tell it who is this being delivered to, right? Is it being delivered to another agent? Then write it specifically for that agent. If it's not, then do you need it to be developer friendly? Do you need it to be more data science friendly? Who is your final audience that the agent is going to convey all this voice from? So what I'm going to do in this case is I'm going to now state what the agent must be able to do. So I've written it out. I want an agent that connects to Asana and pulls data across multiple projects every week and analyzes tasks and analyzes due dates, the activities to flag items as completed, in progress, or at risk, right? And there's a bunch more instructions about telling you hey, this is built for Retool agents, and the output is going to be for the agents to read and to execute. Now, the next one that I would recommend is to include affirmations. So say, do this or don't do that, right? It gives a more clear direction and a more desired output. With that same one, you might have seen it already, is the inclusion of just one sentence that tells your model to ask questions. Just as simple as that. So I've written it as, whenever unsure how to proceed or if you want more clarification, ask questions before continuing with your reasoning. This would actually be a great time to just put a spacing since it's almost like an asterisk to the whole interaction. Go ahead and click it, send it over, see what system prompt it might create. And then here are some quick clarifications that I need to ask. That's why it's important to have that part of the question. I can answer all of these and then we can proceed. Okay, amazing. We're just now getting results about how to actually write, and you can see it's actually kind of similar to the example that was previously provided, even the way that it is formatted and everything, which is super cool. And all this you can take now and then put it into your agent itself, and then start building the tools. If you see anything that you want to improve, this is where you would correct and change specific parts of the output. So this is number 8. And again, it's a collaborative process. So you need it to tell you like how it thinks that the instructions should be written. You should read through them, be thorough with them, and then give feedback. Be like, that part was great. Like processing flow, this is really great. I like that. I think this part of the available tools can just be as simple as like a name of tool and then also a brief description. So I have to go back and forth, right? And the last one is test different LLMs and prompts. It is really important to not only just rely on one single model, but try out different models because each of them has their strengths and their weaknesses. So see how each of them are either more creative or more practical and see which one fits your style best. I'll invite you to go check out these templates since you already have made that. And then the cool thing is that you can chat with them. There's many ones, like for example, there's an automated chargeback fighter. From there, you can see like the tools, you can see how it was made. And I would just say like, go deploy, go make, and have fun with this. You know, if you have any questions, comment down below, and I'll see you next time.